Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today I'm going to be stripping and redoing this left hand of mine. I have about a couple of weeks grow out and I've got to fix that. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in, and for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and click on that notification bell for future videos. So today, you guys, I am going to be just working on my thumbnail, like you see here. I'm going to do two videos for this design. One is going to be doing nail forms with builder gel or hard gel. And then the other video, I'll be showing you how I do my infill. So today, let's just start out with from scratch. So I've got my pH bond from Guilloche, and I am going to be just applying a layer of that on my thumbnail, as well as this Guilloche Pro Bond acid-free primer. Again, another layer on this nail, and just to mention again, I did prep the nail and clean it. Today I'm going to be using this Guilloche Builder Nail Gel. It's one of my favorites. I don't use it as much as I should, but I really love using builder gel or hard gel. Today here we have dark pink, only because I bought a set and I don't really like pink, so let's just use up what I don't like first. However, in saying that, for some reason these pinks look good on me, so I'm just gonna use it for that reason as well. I've got my Guilloche brush. It's a number 10 oval. I love it. It's just curved perfectly to fit within my cuticle line. I usually save this brush just specifically for Guilloche products, and I also have my Hand and Nail Harmony nail forms. They kind of work under the same Guilloche company, so I had bought one of their acrylic kits. Nail and Hand Harmony does mostly acrylics, and then Guilloche works with gel, of course. So I'm just going to form this nail form up to fit my thumbnail, and I'm going to show you guys how I do builder gel with a nail form. A lot of people think it's pretty tedious work, but it really isn't, because it's less that you have to buy, getting those clear tips, and you have to get the glue. Here we are just using a sticker and this builder gel. So I'm taking a little bead, and I'm pushing it close to the cuticle. As you see there, it's not all the way at the cuticle, and I'm just flooding and driving the builder gel further down the nail. There are many ways you can do this. Some people paint it on like polish to build that layer, and then keep going down the nail form as much as they need to, building layer after layer. If you are a beginner, you could try that, but this is also a good way to begin as well. Just taking a little bead and dragging it down. We can build the layers later. But now that I have the thumbnail all nice and covered, because ideally this allows opportunity for you to make it perfect enough to where you don't file a lot, because I am not a fan of filing. So now I'm taking another bead, and I am just brushing this along the smile line, making sure I hit the corners. If you miss it, you could always fill it in later. This is just going to be like a kind of like a rough draft per se of what the nail is going to look like. I'm going to do square nails, and I'm going to do shorties too, which is either fun or not fun for some. But for me, I want these to be nice and classic, so we're just going to do short square nails. And at this point, some people might consider it not short. This might be medium, actually. But yeah, so I'm just gathering up that bead and trying to lay it across the smile line there. Again, we can touch it up if there are some places missed. But we're just laying down, I guess, the skeletal frame of what the nail should kind of look like. So if you've seen my previous videos, you guys, you may notice that I already had the design completed on there. This is pre-recorded. I am away on a trip for some family matters. And so I said I would post some stuff, but I really hadn't gotten to anything to where I could post it. So far I've just been posting photos on my YouTube and Instagram account. And hopefully at some point I'll have something to video. I've just been working, so I'm working New Jersey time in, Filipino time. So I've been kind of up for a while, and that's just the name of the game at this point because I haven't been sleeping well, as you know. Hopefully by the time I come back, I'll get my schedule straight. But so for now, if I sound a little too enthusiastic, it might be the coffee. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm grabbing the same amount of beads. I like to work small with builder gel. Some people I watch that are stinking experts, they grab a bigger bead and just flow this stuff all the way down to where they need it to be. I'm like, all right, I can't do that. So if you're a beginner, it doesn't hurt to do small pieces and curing it in between. But yeah, I'm just grabbing small beads and we're doing a second layer now. A way to prevent air bubbles is doing this swish. You want to keep your brush in contact with your builder gel as you lay it down onto the nail. And you want to, as you see here, I'm kind of sweeping it back and forth, trying to pull it down without lifting the brush off the product, because once you let the air get in between the builder gel and your brush, you do have the potential of sealing in an air bubble, and it will stay there. And then if you file your nail down and it's like just halfway up in, where it is, it's going to leave a little divot, and so you want to kind of avoid that. So this is my third pass, and I just wanted to smooth out my sides, make sure that the whole nail is kind of balanced. It pretty much is. This kind of look doesn't just happen overnight. You'll have to practice this time and time again, like you will do with acrylic, like you'll do with polygel or solid gel, any kind of medium you use. Practice always makes it perfect. But yeah, so I am glad that I kind of saved up these videos because I do not have a drop of nail anything with me on this trip, and I wanted to put out this content for you guys anyway. But let's reveal what we've got going on here, see if we need to add any more builder gel. But yeah, this is the fun part. You just pinch that form and slip it off, and this is the nail that we have left with. And I'm just checking to see if everything's good. Now you guys, so I did do a file, or I need to do a file, sorry, but before we do that, you have to wipe off the sticky coat. It's going to gunk up your file if you use it, or your drill bit, or whatever you're using. I like to use my files. I'm more of that kind of, if I was just removing a design, I would use my e-file, but for stuff like this, I love using my file boards because I don't know, I just like doing things manually that way. It's satisfying and I feel like I have more control. So do what's comfortable for you. So I'm just removing some of the bulk at the tip. Again, I don't want it too long, but I don't want it too short. It's just really hard to gauge sometimes, but I'm just going to pick a spot where to stop and call it a day. And then I'm just going to make sure that the thickness of the nail is all balanced. If you do it right, again, it shouldn't be too much effort needed to file this. And I guess it depends on the brand, but I feel like sometimes builder gels are easier to file than poly gels, but I don't know. As I'm filing this though, I am going down in grit or up in grit. I think the higher number it is, the finer the grit. But I'll be switching out these files so that I get a nice smooth finish at the end. But that's pretty much what this filing consists of. It's not that bad at all, actually. In saying that, I'm not even in the country at the moment. I'm a little disappointed I didn't have time to start my April designs for my PR. In my last live, I did unbox an April mystery box for you guys with Varnail, and which means I am going to do my dailies, but it's just going to have to be upon my return. So later next week, I believe, I'll be back, so then I can start filming my April designs. Maybe I'll catch up on them, because that box really came with a lot of stuff. So I'm going to try to figure out how I can fit everything in 1 month. But I cleansed the nail. I'm going to use my Varnail base coat. I like to stick with the same brands if I can. But sometimes I can't. So, and I just got this base coat, so I want to see how it works. I have used it before, but this is actually on my hand now. So I want to see how it tests out on my actual hands. But yeah, so I'm just applying this on there. When you apply polish or any kind of polish, you don't want to get too close to your cuticle to where you end up flooding it. Just get close enough. The transition between your natural nail and where the polish starts will probably blend pretty well. So, yeah, I think it'd be easier to see if I had like a solid color and you can see this. But as you can see, just me using this base gel, I mean, it's really hard to see where that line is. But yeah, so upon my return, I am looking forward to getting back to my night at the Improvs and Worldly Josieisms episodes. I might switch up the Worldly Josieisms episode. I know we like learning about the different kinds of information on each country, but I feel like I should base a design on the flag. You know, because I feel like some of these, like, for example, the dishes from around the world, some of them are pretty similar to where we're seeing the same kind of dishes, and I find that kind of boring, even though it is from a different country, and the drinks are starting to get a little similar as well. So I might just design a set based on the patriotic colors and their flag. So here I have my Varnail oval brush, and then we have this, I think it's the Petal Glimmer? I don't know. But anyway, I love these pot gels. As you've seen in the St. Patrick's Day dailies, this came in with the March mystery box. I love this color, along with this cat's eye gel, the coral pink. I'm making a set of a design that I did previously with using these colors. So I'm just going to do that for this video today, and then as well as the infill video. So I'm taking some basic clear tape, and I did wipe off the sticky layer. If you try to use anything sticky on the sticky layer, it's not going to stick very well. So be sure to clean all of that off before you end up putting anything sticky on here. But I'm using the clear tape to line up where I'm going to be doing my French tip. I'm going to do my French tip in a bias, and then we're going to do the other side of the nail as well. So it's going to crisscross each other. And I thought that this was pretty cool. I'm just going to try to get the magnet to run really close along the line of that French, so that there's a nice pretty magnetic cat's eye frame crisscrossing the tip there. Hopefully it works out on shorter nails. I did it on long nails and it looked nice. I really didn't know or was sure what it would look like on short. So I'm just making sure that there aren't any gaps, especially where the nail meets the finger. And I'm using my cuticle pusher to make a crease into that clear tape to make sure it's covering every bit of that nail. This will prevent me from having to go back in and clean up some of the polish with my brush, although that does still happen, especially if you want a nice crisp line, or if you're doing these crisscrosses, you need to make sure that it is crisscrossing at the right point of your nail. Typically it's in the middle, so you need to try to make sure that these two biases, this one here that I'm making, is going to be symmetrical, but you know, sometimes when you try to eyeball it, it's not, it ends up not being symmetrical. So so when we do the second part of this, just kind of keep your eyes open and use your brush to clean off or adjust your angle as needed. So for this one here, though, I'm going to show you how I did my magnet. I'm not an expert at this. It's something that I think that I understand, and then when I try to do something like this, it's a completely different animal. But I want to get all that metallic looking particles, and I want it to be as close to that bias line as I can get it, giving it that kind of you know, that sharp tiny thin line that's going to crisscross the nail. And then of course, see, as I'm rotating it, that shimmer is kind of ombreing down. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I can still use the magnet to tighten up that line, just because I thought it would be cool to keep this kind of metal look really close to that edge there, as you can see. And then here, like I said, we're going to do the second part of this on the other side now. Same things, make sure we get all into those creases, make sure it's sticking very well. Because so after I apply this cat's eye gel, I'm going to peel off the clear tape, and then I'm going to just double check to make sure that it's crisscrossing down the middle. And then again, clean it up with a brush if it's not, or if you need more, get a detail brush and add it to the edge there. But now I'm going to do what I did with the other side. I'm just going to use my magnet to get that shimmer right along the edge, just thick enough to kind of make a really nice border, giving it a crisscross look. I really like the crisscross look. And again, I'm not gonna lie, this was a little painstaking. I couldn't get the second one to look about right, but it took a bit, but I got it. So here I've got my silicone mold from Varnail. I wanted to add to this like I did when I did the daily long stiletto with this design. I am going to be putting my I'm putting grandmother in my family's native language on here, and I'm using number 98 glitter red. I got that in the Christmas mystery box, either the Christmas mystery box or the December mystery box, and it has also that kind of cat's eye gel look. But I'm just using these for the letters because I like the deep red. It pops in the background of these of the nail color, and hopefully maybe some of the glitter will translate. But I'm just taking the silicone mold and filling it a little bit and then scraping off the excess with the card that came with it. I love these molds. Definitely check their molds out. I do have a brand ambassador link in the description box below. Use that link, it'll definitely help me out. But after I cure that, I'm going to take this gem glue. I use it for almost anything Varnail that I attach onto the nail. But I'm going to put a little dollop in this area so that I can put the letters I also top it off with some of this tempered top coat. That's just to help seal everything in after you cure it. But I'm putting a thin layer on top of that gem glue. And then the rhinestones that came in the March box I'm going to use. It looks like, oh dear, I forgot the name of these little things. A Guilloche. That's what those little I can't speak today. That little medallion is called the Guilloche. And I don't know if it's the same name, but it reminds people of the lady inside one of those medallions. But anyway, I'm spelling Lola. That's the Filipino word for grandmother. The language that they speak there is Tagalog, which is my family's native language. But I'm just cleaning this up, putting down the letters. It looks really pretty, and I love the that cat's eyes just popping with every different angle that I'm holding my nail at. But that's pretty much going to be this design. So you guys, today was just the starting from scratch using the builder gel. I am going to use this Guilloche cuticle oil to get everything looking all nice, and we'll take some photos. But again, in the part 2, I'm going to be doing an infill. But this is the end result, you guys. Look how the that French just kind of like blinks of that the smile line. But it's on shorties, so it does look different. It doesn't look like the daily that I made with the stiletto nail. But thank you so much for watching. This is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos. And join me again for the part 2. I am going to be trying to throw in some stuff while I'm away. But when I'm back, we will have a schedule set so you guys can watch that.